Hello all of you. Here we begin with the third class for TDS. Last two classes we have done all the introduction. TDS is a kind of tax which goes to government, faster mode of the payment. On my own income, what tax I pay in the financial year is called as advance tax in installments, right? And what little bit tax is left, I pay it later. That is called as self-assessment tax. Now, when I am generating income for others, tax deducted at source. I am generating source of income for others. I am the deductor, payer. You are the deductee or the pay. It is my duty to deduct the tax and pay to government. Ma'am, एक साथ advance tax और pay कर देंगे ना. This is the way government wants little tax to come in the flow. Are you getting? If you have to pay 1 lakh tax and you are paying in 30,000 installments, then better pay 1 lakh, at least 1,000, 2,000. So this is the form of collecting the tax in part, in fast, tax deducted at source and tax collected at source. Tax collected at source, we will check up in detail tomorrow. There are few sections and there is no amendment over there. But yes, today's third class of TDS, आज कोई procedure नहीं. Yesterday we have done one concept, one problem for 90, 194C and for all those important sections. Today what we are doing, listen dear students, there are some recently added sections like for financial year 21-22, sure you will have exam in May question on 194Q. This is the latest TDS section added now and I'm explaining that. With this, just in the last financial year, that is 2021 also, there are some more type of the income in which TDS is to be deducted. Your own cash withdrawal and all. Okay? So chalo, let us check it out. We are starting from where we left yesterday. Anyone is having any doubt in the beginning? Yeah, I have a doubt. आज किसी ने homework नहीं बोला. I'd asked you to do some objective questions. Please wait 1 second. Some objective questions I had asked you. कि आप लोग करके आओ and we will check it. See how they are asking this, you all should know now. They will ask you that this is the payment I have made to so and so person. What will be the TDS provisions? How much TDS is applicable? So generally the rates we have seen last 3 classes and all these TDS rates are direct only in case of salary and in case of non-resident sportsman who's coming to India, TDS rate is applicable along with 4% ESET. Yes, you are an NRI, you are coming to play IPL in India or some other whatever advertisement or anything, whatever payment is made to you, deduct the TDS with ESET and then make the payment. Nice and clear to all of you. So this is very scoring part what we are doing today. And there was some conflict in between. Once we complete the TDS, one part of TDS is linked with TCS. That also I will take it, right? And last, definitely please, if I miss out, remind me, we will check the sections. कि TDS कितना लगेगा, right? चलो, let us begin now. Yes. So we have done yesterday till here. Professional payments. Professional payments are all individuals for technical services, royalty, competent fees, and all 30,000 individual payment. Only in case when you make payment to directors, there is no limit. We have seen in note 7. And otherwise the rate is 10%, but for royalty, and if you are making payment to a call center, it is 2%, otherwise 10%. Okay? Now these LA, LB, LC, LD, this we have seen. Right now, let us start with 194M. 194M is payment for works contract, professional fees or commission, all including above 50 lakhs or above, other than covered in 194C HNJ. See, generally, if you make works contract payment, yesterday we have seen no catering contract in a bank and canteen contract in a school and all. So that is covered by 194C. Commission and brokerage is covered. 15,000 के ऊपर है तो 5% TDS काटना है. And 194J professional fees. 194J. Professional fees में 194J. So we all know that professional fees, non-competent fees, technical fees, their TDS is deducted. Now, if you are not covered in this, for example, individuals and HUFs whose books of accounts are not audited, their turnover does not exceed 1 crore, then they are not charging any of these TDS. What we have been studying from last 2 days, individual and HUF as a payer will deduct the TDS only if their books of accounts are audited. Here nothing is like that. Oh, you are making payment for works contract above 50 lakhs to any resident, then 5% is the rate of the TDS. Clear to all of you? Okay. Okay. See, one example I can give is, suppose I'm renovating my house and I am giving to architect or interior decorator 65 lakhs fees for renovation of my house. Who am I? Individual. Am I covered in 194J? No. 194J is covering individuals and HUFs only if their books of accounts are audited. Now, I will be covered here. So when the payment or works contract and all exceeds 50 lakhs, then 5% TDS will be deducted. Clear to all of you? 5% TDS will be deducted. One second. And these limits are any payment put together. If you are making all the 3 payments, then all the 3 payments put together also, if it exceeds, but it should not be covered. One second. I'm just seeing every section we have added one example. The rate is 5%. ठीक है चलो. 194M में let us read note 8. Note 8. Example I am giving. If they are not there, I am giving you the example. If you want, there itself you can write it also. ये सब कल हमने problem solve किए थे. I gave you a 3-in-1 flow chart also. Yeah, here it is. The provisions, I was just seeing where is the example. The provisions of section 203A containing the requirement of obtaining TAN shall not apply. See, I have to deduct TDS because I made payment above 50 lakhs under 194M. But generally, I don't deduct TDS. I'm not having my books of accounts audited. PAN है मेरे पास और आपके पास TAN नहीं है. So these kind of single transactions. Suppose we have transferred an immovable property, and as a purchaser, you have to make me payment. You have to deduct TDS under 194IA, right? So in that case, TAN is not required. TAN, I told you, tax deduction account number. Now, let us take up this example. Examine whether TDS provisions would be attracted. Mr. Ramesh, an individual carrying on retail business with turnover of 2.5 crores. Okay, and contract payment for repairs of his residential house. Check it. 5 lakh and payment of commission to Mr. Valish for business purpose, 83,000. So now your turnover is 2.5 crore. If it is exceeding 1 crore, books of accounts of Ramesh are audited. Then definitely he is covered with 194C, 194H, 194J. Now, if he makes a personal payment, personal contract, TDS is not applicable. NA. Write down. Are you all with me and are you all getting? Ramesh is already covered under tax audit, so he will not be covered under 194M. He is covered under 194C. And C में personal contract payment पे नहीं आएगा. Now, payment of commission to Mr. Valish for business purpose. Okay, great. 83,000 commission you have paid. 194H. Write down. Once the payment exceeds 15,000, then on the whole payment 83,000, 15% TDS is deducted. 15% TDS is deducted. Is my speed fine and you all are able to write it? Clear? If you want write down Ramesh के पास ऐसे लिख दो 194M not applicable. क्या हो गया? 194M is not applicable. ठीक है? Next case. Mr. Mahesh is a distributor whose turnover is 95 lakhs. Okay. Now contract payment for construction of residential house made during the year January, February, March. Okay. So when he paid 20 lakhs, nil. I hope you all are getting. If Mahesh ka turnover is 95 lakhs, he is not covered by 194C. 194C, 194I, yesterday we have seen for rent, and 194J. These are the three cream sections. If you want now also write down. 194C contract, 194I rental, और एक क्या बताया था 194J professional fees. Professional fees में कल detail I have told you. Directors के लिए limit applicable नहीं है 30,000 and all. All right. Now Mahesh, these three sections are applicable to individuals and HF only if their books of accounts are audited. Then only TDS provisions are applicable. Chalo. Now let us check this. Mahesh is distributor whose turnover is 95 lakhs. Contract payment for construction of residential house made during January, February, March. Okay. 20 lakhs. January 21 या 22 जहां भी क्या नहीं लगेगा. 15 lakhs नहीं लगेगा. 20 lakhs अब लगेगा. Make it January 22 only. Total कितना हो गया? 55 lakhs. Once the payment exceeds 50 lakhs, then TDS will be applicable. $194M applicable. 5% TDS will be charged. Yes, on the whole amount. Suresh, an employee of MNC individual, make payment of brokerage for buying a residential house, 55 lakhs. You are making payment brokerage for buying the house. तो कितना लगेगा? 194M applicable है और 5% TDS लगेगा. Is my speed fine? Generally we go and solve it in the notebook. कल 194C के काफी questions हमने notebook में किए. आज मुझे लग रहा है जरूरत नहीं है, simple है. Kamlesh, a pensioner, contract payment made during October and November 21 for reconstruction of the residential house, 49 lakhs. There is a pensioner, retired person, and he is making house for 49 lakhs. 194M not applicable as the payment is less than 50 lakhs. By way of these kind of MCQs kind practice, you will be comfortable कि इसको TDS लगेगा या नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है, बोलो कोई डाउट है तो. It's very easy, these sections, and they are asked the recent ones. फिर भी 2 minutes and here chat box में लिख के भेजो मुझे any ifs and buts. मैम अगर ये होता तो, ऐसे कोई confusion in your mind. Otherwise I'll give the gist. 194M says if you make any contract payment, any professional payment or any commission for professional or personal reason above 50 lakhs in a financial year, in a single payment or in part. Part also you pay 20, no problem. Third 20 you paid 50 lakhs से exceed हुआ, whole year's payment, TDS will be deducted at the rate of 5%. Nice, clear? Okay. So this is all about 194M. Let us go back to the table. After 194M, next one. मेरा ही पैसा मुझे ही किच-किच. Why like that? It's like that. 194M is related to your own money which you withdraw from your bank, saving account and all. So banking companies, cooperative banks, post office, payment in exceeding 1 crore to the account holder in the form of cash withdrawal. कोई भी पर्सन अगर कैश विड्रॉल कर रहे हैं, okay, any person, okay, then here this 2% of the cash withdrawal 20 lakhs and to 1 crore and 5% for cash withdrawal 1 crore. This is for the people who are defaulter. Otherwise it is 2%. I want all of you to read note number 9 with me. And anyone feels मैम कल के जैसे कुछ डायग्राम भी चाहिए, वापस से रनिंग नोट्स लिखना है तो 2 मिनट लगेगा, हम लिख लेंगे, नो प्रॉब्लम. Yeah, please check this. This has actually started from 1st July 2020. Modification in the rate of TDS and threshold limit of withdrawal for receipt who has not furnished return of income of the last 3 years. See, if someone has not furnished the return of the last 3 years, then he is said to be defaulter. Like what is a financial year? 2021. उसके पहले के 3 साल where the returns are due and the due date is over and he has not furnished the return. So 1920 ka return you can file till 2021 and you still didn't file the return, you are a defaulter and you have done cash withdrawal above 1 crore from your account, then up to 20 lakhs, 2% of somewhere amount withdrawn being in cash greater than 20 lakhs, less than 1 crore. And 5% where the amount or aggregate of amount as the case may be being paid in cash greater than 1 crore. Okay? Right. Otherwise, 2% of the sum for withdrawal above 1 crore. 2% of the sum above withdrawal. Is this clear to all of you? If you are a defaulter, if the recipient has not furnished the return of income for 3 assessment years relevant to previous year for which time limit for filing the return is expired immediately preceding the previous year in which payment of sum is made. Payment of sum is made in 21 and 22. So 1920 में due date of filing the return किसकी खत्म हो जाती है? 31st March 20 is the last due date of filing the return of 19. एक साल का time मिलता है till the end of the assessment year. The sum shall mean amount or aggregate of amount as the case may be in excess of 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 2%, and 1 crore and above 5%. If not, if there is no default, then above 1 crore, 2% will be the withdrawal. ठीक है? Clear है आप सबको? Yeah. I want all of you to write some examples over here. And these withdrawals are not पहले example लिखते हैं. Please come to your notebook, all of you. Yeah, these are the added sections ना, तो थोड़े notes लिखेंगे तो उससे याद हो जाएगा. पहले 194M के लिए भी लिखते हैं. चलो, I missed it, अब लिख लो. 194M. Applicable to works contract, commission payment, commission paid, works contract, commission and professional payment above 50 lakhs. It's like 50 lakhs and above. So greater than and equal to का sign भी आएगा. 50 lakhs and above. Other than covered under section 194C contract, 194H commission and 194G. You're not covered under this and you're making payment for works contract, commission, professional greater than 50 lakhs, rupees 50 lakhs. Personal payment also included. Because इसमें tax audit का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं है. Personal payment also included. TDS rate is 5%. TDS rate is 5%. Any doubt? I am reading out. Applicable to works contract, commission, professional payment greater than 50 lakhs other than covered 194C, HJ, personal payment included and TDS greater than 5%. Now, 194, which one next we were doing? N. Cash withdrawal from banks, any scheduled nationalized banks, cooperative banks और पोस्ट ऑफिस, है ना. यहां से आप क्या कर रहे हो? कैश विड्रॉ कर रहे हो. Cash withdrawn from bank, cooperative bank, post office. Now, if SSC is defaulter, अब exactly 3 साल कहाँ खत्म होंगे क्या? That much we teach with all the too many examples in final. आपको जरूरी नहीं है बहुत सारे limits याद रखने हैं. For TDS, no problem. If SSC is in defaulter, not furnishing return of 3 years, due date of which is over, है ना, जहां आपकी ड्यू डेट खत्म हो जा रही है. In preceding previous year of payment. What is the year of payment? 21-22. So what is preceding previous year? 2020. 2021 तक जिसकी ड्यू डेट खत्म हो गई, ऐसे लास्ट 3 years के रिटर्न if you have not filed, if the SSC is a defaulter, then greater than 20 lakhs, less than 1 crore, 2%. Greater than 20 lakhs, less than equal to 1 crore, 2%. Greater than 1 crore, 5%. Otherwise, if there is no default and all, then TDS is equal to 5%, not 5%, really sorry, 2% greater than 1 crore. Please write it. I am giving some examples also for this. cash withdrawn from bank, your own money you're withdrawing. Government is saying, why do you need to withdraw crore rupees from your saving account? यहाँ से withdraw करते हैं, वहाँ deposit करते हैं, वहाँ से withdraw करते हैं, तो they feel it's black money. कुछ तो चलो income ही है, TDS काट लो, ले लो. Otherwise, do RTGS, NEFT, Google Pay, debit card transfers, IMPS, net banking, कुछ भी करो आप, मोबाइल ट्रांसफर, है ना? ठीक है. Yeah, now please write down example. Example 1. Cash withdrawn from Bank of Baroda, 60 lakhs. SBI, 75 lakhs. Answer is no TDS. अलग अलग बैंक से आपने करोड़ से ज्यादा विड्रॉ किए हैं, बट ये बैंक्स कोई कोर बैंकिंग सोल्यूशन में नहीं है, कुछ भी इंडिविजुअल बैंक की लिमिट है ये, तो नो TDS. नाउ एग्जाम्पल, कैश विड्रॉन single time from my Bank of Baroda account, 130 lakhs. Are you with me? One shot. वैसे तो 50 lakhs के ऊपर सब और भी रूल्स हैं, वो स्पेसिफाइड फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शंस में आते हैं, और काफी बैंक तो दे रेस्ट्रिक्ट, अबव 50 lakhs आज तो नहीं होगा, कल करना एंड ऑल दैट. There are some limits. But suppose you have withdrawn single shot 130 lakhs just to show you. तो TDS कितना लगेगा? TDS आपको लगेगा, and there is no default. So TDS rate is 2%. Out of 130 lakhs till 100 lakhs withdrawal, no problem. On 30 lakhs, 2%. On 30 lakhs, 2% is the TDS. The reason I am taking up this examples is, क्यों ले रहे हैं हम ये एग्जाम्पल्स? क्योंकि here the difference is like yesterday we have worked out. ये देखो यहीं पे है, ऊपर ही है, ये रे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पेमेंट 30,000 और थे ना, हमने किए थे कल, कितने सारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पेमेंट के प्रॉब्लम किए थे, where the contract payment individual does not exceed, but जहाँ टोटल एक्सीड हुआ पूरे पे डिडक्ट होता है. ये देखो 30,000 and then this and then 25. So where it is deducted, फिर total पे deduct होगा. Yesterday we have done, right? Now here what it is, up to 1 crore withdrawal, no TDS. Beyond that 30 lakhs, 2% charge करें. Third example, cash withdrawn multiple times, 60 lakhs, no TDS, no problem. आपका पैसा है, लेके जाओ. 10 lakhs, no TDS. फिर आप चलो एक साथ ही कर लो, 50 lakhs. अब 70 हो गया. आउट ऑफ 50, 30 lakhs पे TDS नहीं लगेगा, ओनली 20 lakhs पे 2% TDS लगेगा. Anyone in the class is feeling I am going fast? Then पूछो. These are hot. मैं ये फाइनल के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी पूछते हैं, इंटर में भी हर जगह पूछते हैं. 40,000. Anyone has any fourth or fifth or sixth example? Message me in the chat. I will take it. I have given you all the different combinations. From two banks, if put together the withdrawal is exceeding 1 crore, no, it's bank wise, branch wise. यहाँ पे वो core banking वो भी नहीं बोला. Cash withdrawn single, then of course And but when you withdraw above 1 crore, up to 1 crore, there is no TDS. From जहाँ 1 crore की limit खत्म हो जाती है, they start charging TDS. Now after this, even if I withdraw 50,000, तो भी 50,000 पे 2% लगेगा. मैम अभी तो 1 crore. In the same financial year, next financial year की limit फिर next time देख लेंगे. 1,000. This will be the TDS. Are you all with me? I want some message from all of you. All the examples are clear or not? Yeah, heading we have missed writing or we have written likha na 194N. You withdraw cash from your bank account in a cooperative bank, in a post office above 1 crore, 2% TDS is charged. Yeah, but if you are a defaulter, then 20 lakhs to 1 crore, 2%, 1 crore ke above 5%. Okay? So this is all about 194N. Only few sections are left, but I said they are very important. I'll take it all together. N के बाद O, e-commerce operator, 194O. As we start 194O, reverse करते हैं. चलो पहले नोट पढ़ते हैं, फिर मेन सेक्शन पे चलें. Just now we have completed M, N, O. Yeah, N, I really missed out one thing. This is what is cash withdrawn from the bank. Now, this is not applicable if you make payment out of the bank account to government or through banks or to white label ATM operators and all. These terms are there in your book, are for reading. I never teach like this कि बस ये पढ़ लो हो जाएगा, पर ये एक्स्ट्रा की इंफॉर्मेशन है, पर इसको छोड़ नहीं सकते क्योंकि ये प्रैक्टिकल है. Have you seen in the banks and all so many times white color van is there जिसमें खिड़की विड़की कुछ नहीं रहती, 1% gunman is there और पूरी जाली लगी हुई है double. So what these people do, if some days it so happens that bank is collecting, all the people are putting money in the bank. सब लोग हाँ क्या सुबह बैंक में कैश डिपॉजिट कर रहे हैं. So banks have their benchmark. Beyond that, they will not keep the cash in the bank also. No, that's being risky. So these transfers are done. And do the ATMs also transfers? ATM में जाके पैसे डालते हैं ना? Yeah. So ये withdrawals and all these 194N is not applicable to any payment made, not by payment made to government. If you are making payment to government, you can withdraw above 1 crore to another bank, to business correspondent of the bank, or to ATM operators. Yes. And it is not even applicable to cash replenishment agencies, commissioned agent or trader under agricultural produce marketing committee, registered under law, who has intimated to bank or cooperative society or post office his account number through which he wishes to withdraw cash 1 crore and details and has certified to banking company of withdrawal for purpose of making payment to farmers on account of the purchase of agricultural produce, and banking company has ensured that PAN is correct and commission agent is registered with the APMC, Agricultural Board. Are you all getting now? This is a practical example. I need to withdraw more than crore rupees and pay to all farmers from whom I am buying honey. Tribal peoples आके honey मुझे बेचते हैं, मैं brand करके उसको sell करती हूँ. These farmers, they sell me vegetables, I sell it as organic vegetables and fruits. So I need to withdraw the money above 1 crore to pay to different farmers. If I can prove that this payment is necessary, I can't say to farmers, नहीं अभी तो बैंक से ना withdraw नहीं कर सकते, हम तो check ही देंगे. But the tribal people and the farmers don't have the bank account. So though it's true that I am withdrawing more than 1 crore from my account, but it is to pay different farmers. Or authorized dealers and its franchise agents, for currency transfers and all, full-fledged money changers. They should maintain separate bank account for withdrawal, for purchase of foreign currency, disbursement of inward remittance and all. ठीक है, मालूम होना चाहिए overall बस से. Next we are doing 194O. online business, e-commerce operators, Amazon and Flipkart, that is for sale of the product. And for services also, are even like teaching and all has gone online. हम लोग अभी Zoom ही use कर रहे हैं और class record हो रहा है. So this will be sold online. तो ये कैसे है कि in the online is Amazon making the payment? We are making payment to Amazon and Amazon is deducting its commission and all and making the payment within 15 days. The account is settled with the seller, whoever is selling his product through Amazon. Clear or not? So TDS कौन काटेगा? Amazon. किसका? Seller. Who are we? Buyer. We do shopping through Amazon in say Nykaa. मैं नायका के या वेस्ट साइड में से आई डू शॉपिंग ऑनलाइन बट थ्रू Amazon. So I make payment to Amazon. Is Amazon making payment to you? Yes. Is this your income? Yes. 194A. Any payment, I'll see that point little later. पहले ये पढ़ो. Electronic commerce, the supply of goods or services including digital product and all. E-commerce operator, a person who operates or manages digital or electronic facility. E-commerce operator सबको मालूम है. E-commerce participants, person resident in India selling his goods or services or both including digital products through these electronic platforms. अब अगर आप कुछ मेडिकल रिलेटेड ऐप और देखते हो तो दे नॉट ओनली सेल द मेडिकल रिलेटेड मेडिसिन एंड डाइपर्स एंड ऑल, उनके पास डायग्नोस्टिक टेस्ट भी होते हैं ऑनलाइन. 50-60 टेस्ट दे डू इन 699 एंड ऑल लाइक दैट. तो दीज पेमेंट्स में टीडीएस तो आएगा. इट इंक्लूड्स फीस फॉर टेक्निकल सर्विस एंड प्रोफेशनल सर्विस as defined in 194J. If it is through Amazon, it will be covered here. Now in 194O, one point is important. Who is the deductor? Amazon. I want all of you to, ठीक है चलो इसको भी नोटबुक में एक छोटा सा डायग्राम बना के लिखेंगे. तो डिडक्टर कौन है? Amazon. डिडक्टी कौन है? Seller. Now sometimes payment made by the purchaser of the goods directly to e-commerce participant. For sale of goods by e-commerce operator, it would be deemed to be credited or paid by e-commerce operator. Accordingly, such payment would be included in the gross amount of such sales or services for the purpose of deduction of income tax. तो अगर डायरेक्ट पेमेंट करते हैं तो भी टीडीएस लगेगा. Like this also and the direct payment also. कैसे? I will tell you. पहले आप ये डायग्राम देख लो. See, this was a nice table. Anyone has missed the class yesterday? Note number 7. These are all the features. This is not applicable. ये गलती से मैं delete करना भूल गई हूँ. पर वो सब fees and all what was applicable. These are the questions we have solved for contract. Yeah, here we go. 194O. E-commerce operator who facilitates sale of goods or provision of service of e-commerce participant through electronic platform. Yes. Then TDS किसका कटेगा? E-commerce participant. 1% of the gross amount of sale or service. In case PAN is not submitted, 5%. I'll tell you, there is a general rule also that if the PAN card is not there. See, I am generating 10 rupees income for you. 9 rupees I am paying you check. 1 rupee I am saying, okay, take 10 rupees. Then I'm saying, okay, 1 rupee give me. I'll put it in your Dropbox through your PAN card number. Thanks paid on behalf of my student by Deepti ma'am, and I'll give you a certificate. तो मेरा expense कितना है? 10. आपकी income कितनी है? 10. Now this 1 rupee which I didn't pay you, I gave you 9 rupees. So this 1 rupee I should auto drop in your account, no? So when you file the return, you can say 1 rupee already deducted by Deepti ma'am. तो PAN card देना कितना जरूरी है? Now, if you don't give the PAN card here, instead of 1%, TDS will be charged at the rate of 5%. ठीक है? And in this, the note which we read right now, dear students, it is saying, I'm reading out this part. ये मैंने नहीं पढ़ा थी, 2 minutes सुनो. Note is saying if the payment is made directly sometimes to the participant, then also they will charge the commission, no? Then that TDS is going to be there. Are you getting? Sometimes we do buy through the website, but the payment goes directly to the from the buyer to the e-commerce participant. Then also Amazon will make the payment of whatever commission and all, और उसमें TDS तो लगेगा. ठीक है? Exception to rule where 194O is not applicable. See, these are amendments of last year, 1st October 2020, but very important. 21-22 whole year applicable. 5 lakhs to an e-commerce participant being individual HUF who has submitted PAN or Aadhaar details to the e-commerce operator. No threshold limit in case of others. ठीक है? Exception to the rule 194O is not applicable to small e-commerce participants, individuals and HUFs who have submitted their PAN, Aadhaar and other details और उनका turnover 5 लाख से ज्यादा नहीं है. Payment or whatever does not exceed 5 lakhs. So then for them 194O is not applicable. चलो quickly write this also. कितने किए अभी तक हमने? How much we have done? ये कल डायग्राम बताया था आपको, अच्छा था ये. Raj and Simran, 3-in-1 consequences. 194 IB rental के लिए yesterday, yeah. Today we have done 194M, 50 lakhs and above payment. Then we have done 194N, cash withdrawn, and now we are doing 194O. 194O. E-commerce operator. Like you can say Amazon. We are the buyers. They are collecting the payment from us and payment to e-commerce participant. Please make this flow chart very quickly. E-commerce participant, nothing but the seller. So while making payment, TDS is charged at the rate of 1%. No PAN, seller अगर PAN नहीं देता है, so then TDS at the rate of 5%. 194O not applicable. $194O जो है ना, it is not applicable. To small sellers. Who are the small sellers? Individual and HUF with payment up to 5 lakhs से ज्यादा क्रॉस नहीं हुआ है, and they have submitted PAN details. PAN details तो उन्होंने सबमिट कर दी. ठीक है? Please join and ask your doubts. 2 minutes, I'll be back. बस एक दो और बचे वो भी करूंगी. Chalo. Yes. Anyone is having doubt in 194O e-commerce operator making payment to e-commerce participant? 1% TDS is to be deducted. Only for small individuals HUF seller, the limit up to 5 lakhs ही है, so no TDS. If the seller is not giving, this one is asked in exam. अगर seller नहीं दे रहा है ना आपको PAN, तो 5% से TDS काट लो. Yes, that is 194O. Chalo. Now next one we are doing. Last two ones which are very important and added now. I've made you write already. पहले हम 194P करेंगे. It is from a very important amendment of this year. Very, very important amendment. 194P. Who is the deductor of TDS? Specified banks. Specified banks are nationalized banks who are paying pension to retired people, senior citizen, not above 60 years, above 75 years. 75 years and above senior citizen hai, to whom the bank is paying pension. And say wo pension ke saath they have saving account or they have FDs in the same bank, then it is bank's duty to compute the income of that person, calculate the tax with surcharge, rebate, ATC to ATU deductions, and pay the tax in the form of average rate of tax. Can I say, if you want, you can write over here like this, similar to section 192. And this was a very anguish, you know, एक बहुत गुस्से वाला feeling था for the banks. ये मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है अब. See, as an employer, when I am paying salary to you all employees under section 192, whatever is the tax divided by 12, I am deducting. है ना? I am deducting that. But here, banks को we are putting the responsibility. Oh, Mr. Shantanu, he is retired above 75 years. He is receiving pension in your bank account. He is receiving saving bank in your. He is not having bank account anywhere else. He is not having any other income. Then you only deduct TDS in such a way, Shantanu is not required to file the return. Beautiful it is. And sure, these amendments are going to be asked. 194Q to 110% I am doing that, the last one. Are you all with me? 194P. इसके लिए भी मैंने नोट लिखा है. Who are the specified senior citizens and all. All of you see, these are all one problems, one concept और ये सब ने किए. पीछे इनका क्यों ही बढ़ा दिया है मैंने. क्यों में गाइडलाइंस भी दिए हैं just to read, but ये है 194P. I am on page number 187. Please come all of you on page number 187. Specified bank. ये notification number and all नहीं याद है तो no problem. Specified bank is going to deduct TDS under section 194P on the basis of average rate enforced by specified bank being banking company notified by central government on total income of specified senior citizen after giving effect to deductions and rebate. I'm solving one problem also for this. Accordingly, CBDT notified specified bank to mean banking company which is a scheduled bank as per RBI. I want all of you to write simplified names of scheduled bank is nationalized bank, SBI and all that. जो nationalized banks है ना, they have to do this, not private banks, HDFC, IDBI, IFCI, ICICI, no. They are private banks like financial institute. This 194P is applicable only by nationalized bank. Specified senior citizen is exempted from filing the return. And who is specified senior citizen? Who is above 75 years and more, having pension income. Also should not have other income except interest received on the bank account maintained with the bank to receive the pension, and has furnished a declaration to bank containing other details. Okay. Then CBDT has also provided that on furnishing of such declaration and prescribed form, the specified bank has to compute total income after giving benefit of all the deductions, rate in force, chapter 6A deductions, rebate, effect of chapter 6A has to be given with evidence. So super senior citizen, if you have taken a Mediclaim, PPF, RPF, give all the proof to your employer, and sorry, not employer, to the bank, and bank will deduct TDS, and then this specified employee don't have to file the return. But banks के लिए तो ये added burden ही हो गया ना. The declaration given to prescribed form and evidence submitted for claiming deduction under chapter 6A has to be properly maintained by specified bank and made available to the commissioner. Let us write this in the notebook because I feel the new sections, rather than reading it 3 times, हम notebook में लिखें तो अच्छे से clear हो. Are the flowcharts and all helpful or not? इसके लिए मैंने कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं किया क्योंकि कोई लिमिट कुछ है ही नहीं 194 में, इजी है. 194P, 194P, specified bank, nationalized bank, they are the deductor, means they are going to deduct the TDS. What are they doing? Payment to specified senior citizen. Specified senior citizen को पे कर रहे हैं. क्या पे कर रहे हैं? एज क्या है specified senior का? 75 years and above. Payment to specified senior citizen. क्या क्या पे कर रहे हैं? Pension. Second is interest on FDs or saving account in same bank. Pension received in same bank. If you have any confusion, please tell me. I will add it in the flow chart. Specified bank, nationalized bank is making payment to specified senior citizen, 75 years and above. Pension in the same bank. Interest on FDs and saving account in the same bank. Condition क्या है? Specified senior citizen to give all details and proofs. सब details और proofs दे दो. सब details और proofs दे दो. ठीक है? And now what the bank will do? Bank will compute income after giving effect to all deductions. Bank will compute the income after giving effect to all the deductions. Chapter 6A वाले deductions and rebate. Deduct TDS at average rate of tax. What is average rate of tax? Tax divided by total income into 100. जो percentage आता है ना, जो भी है वो 12. Average tax means आपका जो भी tax आ रहा है उसको 12 installment में आप pay कर. Have you finished writing? And you want the example? Then we can solve it now very quickly. Salary chapter पे तो वैसे ही mastery है हमारी. टक 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 we write standard deduction दिया, ये दिया, वो दिया. Finish. And 75 years and above. So if they give a problem in the exam, the interest pay, you will get 80 TTB. Sure. Let us take an example if we want. I'm not giving the problem and answer. वैसे ही लिख लो. Pension received 5 lakhs. Is standard deduction given from the pension? Answer is yes. So what is income from salary? Income from salary 4,50,000. Just an example. Write down all of you, please. Pension you are receiving from maybe your past employer, but through this bank, 5 lakh. So standard deduction तो होगा आपकी income में. I'm computing the income of specified person, जो senior citizen. Income from salary. Interest on bank. SB account का interest है कुछ 60,000. 60 भी नहीं, चलो सिर्फ 6,000 ही ले लो. तो क्या आएगा? हाँ, if we take only 6,000 तो पूरा rebate में चला जाएगा तो टैक्स ही नहीं है. 60 ले लो. चलो, just creating a problem on my own. Gross total income is 5,10,000. Now under section 80C, PPF paid 1,000 rupees. बस 1,000 रुपए भर दिए PPF में. And under section 80 TTB 50,000 तक तो exempt है. इसको एक जीरो बढ़ा दो. Suggest I want to take more figures so that you can calculate the tax and do like that. So just ऐसे. So 50 lakhs, 5 lakh minus क्या 45 lakhs, 60,000. So how much you will get now? 51 lakhs. अब बस 1,000 डाल दिए PPF में. 80 TTB 60,000 तक मिलेगा. What is total income of the senior citizen? 51 lakh minus 1,000 minus 50,000. 50 lakh. अब इसमें तो marginal relief and all will come, but just I am showing you. Now whatever is the tax on this, divided by 12, and that is how TDS will be deducted by the banks while they make the pension payment. Bank will deduct the TDS and net amount ही bank में जमा होगा. Are you all getting? बैंक will deduct the TDS, काट देंगे 194T में, और आपको कितना मिलेगा बाद में आपके अकाउंट में? The remaining amount. And then the senior citizen need not file his return because it's all taken care. They're not calculating the tax now. Rebate आएगा या surcharge आएगा या whatever it is. Clear? चलो. Now this time's most hot favorite. Theoretically, practically going on around us from July 21. Layman businesses who are doing all are caught up in 194Q. The next one, 194Q, not next one. In fact, frankly, the last one. 195 है लेकिन वो सिर्फ टच किया है. Non-resident taxation is not there at inter level. Yeah. Yeah, 195 I want to read so that I don't have to come to table again. 195 is any person making payment to non-resident. So when we are making payment to non-resident, if we are buying house from non-resident or some NRI ने आके इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट किया और आप उसको इंटरेस्ट पे कर रहे हो, डिविडेंड पे कर रहे हो, that some prescribed rate TDS is deducted. That detail is there in your final exam, final level. अब 194Q, who will deduct the TDS? Buyer. whose turnover in the last year is exceeding 10 crore on purchase of goods above 50 lakhs, excluding GST. Buyer अगर single party से, if you want write down please, single party or single customer. It can be in part or total, whatever. Buyer is buying more than 50 lakhs from the single party or single vendor, from the resident seller, then 0.1% TDS is deducted. And if no PAN card is submitted by the seller, then 5%. Okay, 194Q. अब इसको नोटबुक में लिखते हैं क्योंकि इससे रिलेटेड काफी सारे क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. I have also given. चलो, are you all with me? Yeah. Please put your doubts if you have any in the chat box. And if you feel, ma'am, after this wait, we want to scroll. What was M, N, O, P, Q? These last 5 sections are very, very important. 194 M, N, O, P, Q. And then all the earlier one which we have done, insurance 194 DA from this year. Because of the amendment, 194 C contract, 194 J professional payment, and I rental. Sure. 194 Q. Buyer. Last year turnover. Last year turnover greater than 10 crore. बायर का खुद का लास्ट ईयर का टर्नओवर ग्रेटर देन 10 करोड़ है. सेलर का टर्नओवर नो लिमिट. इसमें 194 क्यू में सेलर का लिमिट नहीं दिया. तो बायर इज मेकिंग पेमेंट टू सेलर. सेलर का कोई टर्नओवर लिमिट नहीं है 194 क्यू में. एंड one second. In the financial year 2021, and this is started from 1st July 2021 से शुरू हुआ है. बायर का टर्नओवर 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा है. सेलर का कोई लिमिट नहीं दिया है. एंड दे आर मेकिंग पेमेंट टू सेलर ग्रेटर देन 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs के above to single vendor, not single payment. मैं आपसे खरीद रही हूँ, जहां पे वो एक्सीड हुआ लग जाएगा. Then TDS deduct at the rate of 0.1%, then pay. Are you all getting? मैं तो खरीद रही हूँ आपसे, so I have to make payment. I will deduct the TDS 0.5% and pay. If no PAN details, then 5%. Write it down. We are going to solve many examples for this. 194 Q. I'll read out all theory also for this. Finish writing. Buyer's turnover is greater than 10 crore. Seller का turnover की बात नहीं है. And I am buying from a single party, not in single payment, but in the financial year, more than 50 lakhs. Then I have to deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1% and then pay to the buyer. If the buyer, if the seller, if no pen with seller, seller आपका TDS काटना है ना, तो आप पेन दो मुझे, मैं कहाँ ड्रॉप बॉक्स में जमा कराऊं. If you are not giving, then it is 5%. Straight. Finish writing, all of you. See, around you this is going on. और इसी का एक छोटा भाई बड़ा भाई भी आ जाएगा अभी, उससे भी आपको मिलाते हैं. पहले ये करते हैं. 1 second. Let us read the theory. नोट सिखाती हैं देखो, नोट 11 में आ जाओ, आई एम ऑन पेज नंबर 183, नोट 11. 194Q says TDS on purchases 1st July onwards, buyer whose turnover for the business exceeded 10 crore in the preceding financial year. What is preceding financial year? 2021. Who is responsible for making payment of any sum to Indian resident seller for purchase of any goods of aggregate of value 50 lakhs in any financial year shall at any time of payment or credit to such seller withhold TDS at the rate of 0.1% on sum exceeding 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs तक पेमेंट नो प्रॉब्लम, उससे एक्सीड हो रहा है TDS काटेंगे. एक्चुअली इसमें इतने सारे इंटरनल क्वेश्चंस है कि आई कैन जस्ट टीच 194Q फॉर 2 आवर्स. इतने एग्जाम्पल्स हैं मैम. जुलाई के पहले ही 50 लाख क्रॉस हो गया तो आधा ये आधा वन और सिंगल विल ऑल्सो यू कैन क्रॉस 50 lakhs. Deposit the same with government on or before 7th of the next month. If the seller fails to furnish the PAN details, then deduct the TDS at the rate of 5%. Okay. Now reasoning and all. यहाँ से reading. I have given you the guidelines also for 194Q. So just an overall we will do, because why they have introduced this last year in 2020 they gave a TCS 206C1H where sellers turnover exceeded 10 crore and on or after 1st October 2020 yeah from and 50 lakhs से ज्यादा सेल किया है. So with the sale, they were collecting TCS. You are selling the goods above 50 lakhs, so you are asking the other party, अरे 60 lakhs दो, साथ में 0.1% tax भी दो. So that time seller were charging from the buyer. Okay. But then what was happening? कि many sellers were not coming in the purview. They were buying above 1 crore. Are you all getting? See, seller क्या हो रहा था? They were selling above 1 crore to the party, but sometimes their own turnover may not have exceeded 10 crore and all. So government noticed that there were instances where sellers in the preceding financial year did not exceed 10 crore from a particular. I will revise all this. These sections are थोड़े से अलग है ना बाकी से, तो कोई भी डाउट है तो हम फिर से वापस रिवाइज भी करेंगे. And tomorrow we are doing TCS. That time also we can do. Yeah. Government noticed that there were instances in the preceding financial year where particular buyer exceeded 50 lakhs. In such case, there was no liability to collect the TCS. Hence, to fill up the gap and bring such instances, they started 194Q. Now, this question is going to be asked in exam. Please put a star mark. What happens in case buyer and seller both turnover exceed 10 crore? Seller is saying, नहीं मैं charge करूँगा 206C1H. Same. If you want, I'll give diagram for that also now. अभी कर लेंगे. तो कल फिर एक को TCS कम करना पड़ेगा. हाँ. Will both the obligations of TDS arise? The answer is no. In that case, it will be liability of the buyer to withhold TDS. And this has been possible because government has specifically carved out exception that if both buyers as well as sellers preceding year sale turnover exceed 10 crore. अगर दोनों के exceed हो रहे हैं तो फिर 194Q prevail करेगा. Okay? One second. I'll tell you what is. ये आपको समझा? फिर से एक बार 194Q. Knock knock. 1st July 2021 onwards, buyer be alert. Last year's turnover 2021 का turnover 10 करोड़ से exceed हो गया क्या? Have you sold the buyer? Have you purchased the goods above 50 lakhs? Have you to make the payment? Then above 50 lakhs, whatever is your purchases, on that 0.5% TDS काट के pay करो. If no PAN, then 5%. ठीक है? I want all of you to draw below this section 206 C1H. Write down. अब मुझे ये मत पूछो कि ऐसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नाम क्यों रखे. 206 C1H. This is a very important section of CCF. 1 second here, please. Yeah, this is the last one. Then we can discuss some practical things, and it will be over. चलो, कुछ practical questions जो हम कल ने बोले थे ना, वो हम discuss करेंगे. 206 C1H says this time it is buyer and seller, no turnover limit. बायर का लिमिट मुझे नहीं मालूम, लेकिन सेलर का लास्ट ईयर का स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम 1 अक्टूबर 2020 एंड लास्ट ईयर मींस 1920 का टर्नओवर इज ग्रेटर देन 10 करोड़. सेलर का, सेलर सेलिंग गुड्स greater than 50 lakhs. So seller has to collect the payment. Yeah. So they will add TCS. Something very basic. TDS is when I make you payment, I am deducting tax and making you net payment. And as a seller, when you are collecting the payment with the payment from buyer, if you are selling me the goods of 50 lakhs, आप TCS भी collect कर लो 0.1% from buyer. Now, if buyer says no PAN, मेरे पास कोई PAN ही नहीं है, buyer नहीं दे रहा, तो 5% TCS. Exactly same है मैम, ये तो copy paste. तो आप लिख लो, कोई भी डाउट है तो I will check it now. And the very next page only it is there in your book also, TCS. अभी हम बुक में तो कल सबके साथ पढ़ेंगे because I want to solve some practical questions also now for TDS and TCS. It's on page number 196, those who want to check. 196. Seller receives money above 50 lakhs from the buyer. Charge the TDS 0.1%. And if buyer does not give the PAN, then deduct the TDS at the rate of this is not 5%, then TDS is deducted at the rate of 1%. Tomorrow I'll give you one comparative also, 194Q and 206 1H, 1%. यहाँ पे तो 5% ही है, वहाँ पे 1%. Whatever payment or sales, whichever is earlier. जैसे हम सेल भी करते हैं, अभी तक मैम पैसे ही नहीं है तो हम क्या करें फिर? यू हैव टू पे टू गवर्नमेंट. सेलर हैज सोल्ड द गुड्स अबव 50 lakhs बट ही हैज सोल्ड टू बायर विद 3 months क्रेडिट. अरे आराम से 3 महीने के बाद पैसे देना. बट सेलर आउट ऑफ हिज पॉकेट हैज टू पे द TCS टू गवर्नमेंट बाय 7th of the next month. आर यू ऑल विथ मी? 7th of the next month आपको पे करना ही पड़ेगा. Only difference is, see, 194Q, buyer will deduct TDS and make the payment. 206C1H, seller will collect the TCS. buyer से. Okay, and here if default it's 1%, here if default is 5%. Now write down the note. If both buyer and anyone who has not drawn the flow chart or need help, please ask. Today class is very silent. नहीं तो आप इतने doubts पूछते हो, all clear बोलते हो, कुछ chatting चालू ही रहती है मेरे साथ. या तो बड़े आराम से लिख रहे हैं, सब समझ में आ रहा है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Give some response. All clear or not? If both buyer and seller, yeah, if both buyer and seller turnover exceeds 10 crore, if both buyer and seller turnover exceeds 10 crores, then 194Q will prevail over 206C1H. Star market, very, very important for upcoming exam. And who decided? किसने डिसाइड किया ऐसा? गवर्नमेंट ने नोटिफिकेशन दिया, गाइडलाइंस दिया. I'll give a nice comparative of this tomorrow. आज आप ये दोनों को साथ में समझ लो. Yeah, I'm waiting. Anyone who has missed writing anything? Anyone in the class is confused between 194Q and 206C1H? Then ask. पूछो. Yes. What are the doubts? Please put it in chat. Unmute करके बोल दो अगर आप नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं चैट बॉक्स, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. All clear? ठीक है, बाकी सब अच्छा, इजी है, बहुत समझ में आया आपको. चलो तो हो जाए आप सबकी टेस्ट. सी लुक एट दीज एग्जांपल्स. एग्जांपल्स करेंगे हम. 194Q जहां था ना, 194Q. Yeah, let us solve this. Just simple illustrations. Seller's turnover 12 करोड़. एक मेरे साथ देखो और चेक करो. सेलर का टर्नओवर है 12 करोड़. बायर्स टर्नओवर 8 करोड़. एग्रीगेट वैल्यू ऑफ द सेल ऑफ द गुड्स 60 लाख. टैक्सेबल अमाउंट कितना होगा? 10 lakhs. Up to 50 lakhs it is allowed. You want me to write this also in the notebook? I will show it. एक बिल के बीच में भी आ गया ना तो भी उतना तक exempt है. Now buyer's PAN is available. तो इसको TDS लगेगा या TCS? TDS when it is applicable 194Q, when buyer's turnover exceeds 10 crore. Your seller's turnover is exceeding 12 crore. So seller will charge TCS at the rate of 0.1%. ठीक है. Next, the seller's turnover is 12 crore. Buyer's turnover is 8%. Again, your sale or purchase is 60 lakhs. तो 10 lakhs taxable हो जाएगा. पर buyer ने PAN नहीं दिया, तो TCS क्या रेट से लगेगा? 1%. 206C1H 1%. Nice, clear. चलो. Now, seller only 8 crore. Buyer 12 crore. 60 lakhs 10. तो फिर क्या लगेगा now? 194Q. क्योंकि बायर्स टर्नओवर इज ग्रेटर देन 10 करोड़. सेलर का पैन इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. So TDS is charged at the rate of 0.1%. ठीक है. Now again, are you able to answer or just saying yes like that? हाँ, आंसर समझ में आ रहा है नहीं? अब सेलर तो 8 करोड़ है, बायर 12 करोड़ है. बायर योर क्वार्टर 194 क्यू, 60 लाख का टर्नओवर है, 10 लाख के ऊपर लगेगा. बट सेलर ने पेन नहीं दिया, तो 0.1 की जगह 5%. टीडीएस, टीसीएस है तो 0.1 की जगह 1%. Now both are having 12 crore turnover. So the sale of the goods 60 lakhs and all, तो फिर TDS ही लगेगा. And if the PAN is available, 0.1%. Both have exceeded 12 crore turnover. Buyer भी seller भी. Again TDS ही लगेगा. And if the TDS कौन काटेगा? Buyer. I will make you payment after deducting TDS 194 Q. But seller, if you furnish, then 0.1%. अच्छा, एक एग्जाम्पल मैं ऐड करती हूँ जिसका आंसर नहीं है. आप बोलो. इनका टर्नओवर है 6 करोड़, इनका टर्नओवर है 6 करोड़ लास्ट ईयर का, एंड गुड्स सोल्ड इज 80 lakhs. अब क्या चार्ज करूं? टैक्सेबल अमाउंट कितना होगा? आई एम वेटिंग. व्हाट डू आई राइट इन फोर्थ कॉलम? यू ऑल आंसर. क्या लिखूं फोर्थ कॉलम? yes. रॉन्ग भी है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आंसर करो. सेलर्स लास्ट ईयर्स टर्नओवर इज प्रीसीडिंग ईयर्स टर्नओवर इज 6 करोड़, बायर का भी 6 करोड़ है, एंड सेल तो हुआ है 80 lakhs का. अब टैक्सेबल कितना होगा? फॉर टीडीएस एंड टीसीएस व्हाट इज एप्लीकेबल? व्हाट इज एप्लीकेबल? नील. अगर आपका प्रीसीडिंग ईयर का टर्नओवर 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा है तो ही टीडीएस टीसीएस प्रोविजंस आर एप्लीकेबल आइदर फॉर द बायर और फॉर द सेलर. Buyer, yours is more 194 Q. Seller, yours is more 206 C 1H. अच्छा, both are more. Buyer आप देखो, दोनों कम है. आराम करो, सो जाओ, आपको ऑब्लिगेशन ही नहीं है. If both buyers and sellers are small buyers, small sellers, their turnover has not exceeded 10 crore, no problem. ठीक है. If you are a buyer, check volume of sales for 2021. If it exceeds 10 crore, check volume of purchases from each seller. If it exceeds 50 lakhs, 194 Q is applicable from 1st July. Obtain the pen from the seller. In case seller does not furnish, then 5%. Inform seller that no tax shall be collected if you are deducting tax on the same transaction. If you are a buyer of goods or service, following action need to be taken by 30th of June. Seek confirmation from each vendor regarding his income tax return. Okay? If the vendor is at no default and has furnished his PAN and other details and all, no problem. Otherwise, it will be at higher rate, जैसे 194M में भी देखा था. ठीक है, ये गाइडलाइंस आपके रेफरेंस के लिए आई हैव जस्ट पुट. इट इज लाइक MCQs on 194Q all. जस्ट फॉर रीडिंग आई हैव पुट. उतने डिटेल क्वेश्चन नहीं आएंगे कि अगर तीनों लगेगा तो क्या होगा फिर 190. पहले आप ये तो पढ़ो आज. इफ रिक्वायर्ड आई विल रीड दिस क्वेश्चन टुमारो. TDS part I'm closing. I'm going to the question answers which are asked in exam. एग्जाम में जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं ना वो करते हैं हम अभी साथ में. I gave it as homework. Have you done it? 9, 10, 10. I told you, like, if you see jackpot horse races, if you are confused, go to the table. Such a nice gist table. You want to highlight the gist table also? एक बार आ जाओ. We'll write the answers now. The अच्छा TDS part. Listen all of you to one thing. TDS part, the most scoring in the exam is there are no jumbo problems कि GAV लिखा गलत है तो सब गलत. Sale consideration is wrong, capital gain goes wrong, exemption goes wrong. No. TDS 2 marks, 4 bits will be asked like that. So 1 bit goes wrong, other 3 are in your hand. So TDS, TCS, return of income, advance tax, these are very scoring subject with weightage of 25 marks out of 100. हाँ चलो तो इसको करते हैं साथ में. Yeah, please read the table. Can we just go very quickly and read the table? 192 क्या था? Salary में deduct the TDS with ESES. 192A, premature withdrawal of recognized provident fund 10%. 193, interest on debentures and all 10%. Dividend 10%. Interest other than securities like interest on banks and all 40,000 ki limited 10%. Lotteries and all above 10,000 30%. 194B, 194BB is horse races, same. These are all casual income, so TDS rate is 30%. Then 194C is contract payment, single payment 30,000. But अगर आपने 25,000 के 5 पेमेंट किए हैं, if it exceeds 1 lakh, then if the pay is individual and HF 1%, if not 2%, TDS काट दो. कमीशन कोई भी कमीशन है, इंश्योरेंस कमीशन, अदर कमीशन 15,000 पे 5%. इंश्योरेंस की इनकम if it is not exempt under section 1010DA, then 194 DA में it will become taxable. Payment received on maturity of the LIC, TDS will be deducted 5%, but provided payment exceed 1 lakh. 11th problem में कल doubt था, I hope now clear. 95,000 से अगर exceed हो रहा है आपका LIC maturity is coming, but if it is 95,000 TDS is not there, 1 lakh से exceed होगा तो ये. This is like IPL and all. Foreign non-resident sportsmen coming to India, 20.8 with ESES. If they are earning through games, advertisement, articles, and so on. 194EE, National Savings Scheme. 194F, repurchase of units, again all kind. Yeah, rent. 2% for your plant and machinery and for others 10%. 194I, immovable property 50 लाख के ऊपर अगर किसी को ट्रांसफर करे तो 1% TDS डिडक्ट करना है. And this is like one time you are buying a 3-bedroom hall kitchen from me 80 lakhs. So you make payment to the seller, TDS काट के, TAN is not required within 1 month from the end of the month in which you are transferring, you have to pay this amount. 194IB. Okay, yeah, we will solve. All the questions are easy है. पहले एक बार ये overview देख लेते हैं. 194B is rent paid. Anyone paying rent of land and building above 50,000 other than covered in tax audit तो भी लगेगा क्योंकि 50,000 तो बड़ा ही amount है ना. Yeah. Then professional fees above 30,000, compulsory acquisition we have done, and today we have seen 194M contract payment above 50 lakhs. 194M cash withdrawal above 1 lakhs, e-commerce operator. 194Q. 194P was specified senior citizen who don't have to file their return and all. ठीक है, चलो. Guidelines, just read it. If you have any doubt, I'll check it with all of you tomorrow when we are doing TCS. TCS के साथ कर लेंगे guidelines. Yeah, I'll give a comparative also tomorrow. These were nice examples, no? Just now what we did. Chalo. I gave you some homeworks. So just check what is applicable and charge the Hmm. 10th problem, we are doing it now. 11th, we have already completed. 9th and 10th. Yeah. Winning by way of jackpot in horse races 1 lakh. Which section is applicable? Preferably, if you can remember the few important sections, नहीं है तो छोड़ दो. सिर्फ 194 लिख के मत आ जाना. कितना TDS कटेगा? Horse races, lottery, casual income. Yes. Quick answers. Good. It's okay if it is wrong. I said do try and come, all of you. 194 double B में payment is very good, very good. 30%. That is rupees 30,000 will be the TDS. Ma'am, but 10,000 तक तो allowed है ना? No. Once the limit exceeds 10,000 पूरे पे 30% TDS deduct होगा. Payment made by a firm to subcontractor 3 lakhs with outstanding balance of 120. Okay, are you all clear? One thing, whenever you make a payment, you deduct TDS. Sometimes you're not making payment of interest or whatever. You just accrue it. Then also TDS is charged in the month of March. If I pay interest account debit to bank, Pravalika, I have paid you interest. I will deduct TDS. Now Pravalika is saying, ma'am, I'm going to Switzerland. I'll come after 3 years. My project khatam ho jayega. I'll take the money. But matching concept accrual, interest to Pravalika, मैं due तो कर दूंगी ना. As soon as I make it due, the very next month, 7th, I have to deduct the TDS and pay to government. This is applicable for 194Q, 206C, 1H, even seller. Seller TCS charge करके government को तो भर देगा. Are you all with me? Very easy this is. So payment made by a firm to contractor, partnership firm है, and we have made payment to contractor 3 lakh and 120. So total payment is how much? 420. Now nothing is given if proprietor जिसको 194C लगेगा. 194C. This was 194W. Are you comfortable writing answers here? If not, you can do it in your notebook. कभी हम ऐसे करते हैं, नहीं तो हमने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के ऊपर के पूरे क्वेश्चंस का नोटबुक में किए थे, क्योंकि फिर जिस चला जाएगा. दिस इज सिंपल. So 420 के ऊपर 1% you deduct the TDS, assuming that subcontractor is individual. 4,200. Rent paid for plant and machinery 150 by partnership firm having a turnover of 20 lakhs and net loss 18,000. तो पार्टनरशिप फर्म को TDS तो लगता है, लेकिन रेंट कितना है? 150 into 12. Not 150 per month, 150 totally है ना. Rent paid for plant and machinery. Plant and machinery पे TDS कहाँ लगता है? 194I. Write down 194I. No TDS. As rent paid is less than the limit. 2,40,000. See, if you have a doubt, at least if you know कि rent 194 है, चलो जाके देखते हैं. Plant and machinery पे कितना % है and all. But rent should exceed 2,50,000. यहाँ तो 150 है, तो नहीं लगेगा. Payment made by Ricky Ponting, Australian cricketer, by a newspaper for contributing of articles. Australian cricketer has come to play match, or he is coming in Hulala advertisement, or he is writing articles. टीडीएस तो कटेगा। ये तो आप बताओ, क्रिकेट मुझे थोड़ी मालूम है, आप आंसर करते हो क्लास में रोज। क्रिकेट इज योर सब्जेक्ट नॉट माइन। बोलो, आई वांट आंसर फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू। टीडीएस फॉर रिकी कहाँ लगेगा? He's a non-resident sportsman. 194E. 194E. Yes, 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 yes. All of you are giving correct answers. Very good. Some of you are giving ready answers. 5200 आराम है। चलो अभी देखते हैं। चैप्टर में ना स्क्रॉलिंग ही बहुत है क्योंकि काफी सारा मटेरियल दिया है। या 194E and this time it will be 25,000 into 20.8. Be careful. Non-resident with ESES. Salary with ESES. 25,000 into 20.8. 5,000. अच्छा है, क्लियर है? चलो, 11th one I hope is clear to all of you. That was an exclusive question with various kind of insurance policies. Yeah. Now compute the amount of TDS and in the financial year 21-22. Payment of 2 lakh to Mr. R, a transporter who is having PAN. Nil. If the transporter is giving PAN and assuming he is having less than 10 vehicles, 194C not applicable. हाँ, not applicable है तो भी एग्जाम में आपको लिखना पड़ेगा। क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 फर्स्ट बिट यू हैव टू राइट 194C NA not applicable. Because in 194C works contract, telecasting, broadcasting, all that notes we have read, we did see that if the transporter is having less than 10 vehicles and having a PAN, it is not applicable. We are assuming he is having less than 10 vehicles. Now, payment of fees for technical service 25,000, for royalty 20,000 to same person, but nil. Now, ये क्या है? Technical and all. 194J professional payment for royalties, for technical service, for non-competent fees. Individual limits is 30,000. Individual limits is 30,000. ठीक है? Right. Next, payment of 25,000 to Messrs X Limited for repairs of building. अब कुछ बिल्डिंग के लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है पर लिमिट एक्सीड नहीं हो रहा, 194C नहीं लगेगा, 30,000 एक्सीड नहीं हुआ. Payment of 2 lakh made to A for purchase of diaries made to specification. However, no material was supplied. Oh, if I give you the material and if I ask you to make and give, it's like job work, works contract. But if I'm buying diaries from you, it's not 194C. It is sales contract. Or sales contract ko TDS not applicable. Read it if you want. Payment of 10 lakh to A for purchase of diaries made according to our specification like a job work. However, we didn't provide material. So it's as good as I'm buying diaries. It's a sale contract. TDS is not applicable. Yeah, if I give you material, maida, sugar and all, I give you this example. And I go to a bakery, please can you make these kind of molds with biscuit? And I stand there, वो bake करके आधे घंटे में मुझे दे देते हैं, मैं घर चले जाती हूँ. My material, my finished goods, it's not sale contract, it's work contract, job contract. TDS is applicable. Payment made 180 to Mr. Bharat for compulsory acquisition of his house as per the law of government. Nil. Compulsory acquisition 194 IA. 194 IA greater than 2,50,000. 250 की लिमिट है, इससे ज्यादा if you have made payment where the things are acquired compulsory by the state government, then 194 IA. Please read 194 IA. If you have any doubt, you can ask. चलो, payment of commission nil. 194H greater than 15,000 है, तो ये लगता है ना 5% के रेट से कमीशन, यहाँ तो नहीं लगेगा मैम. ऑल द आंसर्स आर nil. So can I say this is a question that do you remember this section? Do you remember the limits? I know dear student, as a teacher I am teaching from yours, repeat भी है, और जैसे आज का क्लास तो मेरे लिए भी नया था, अभी ऐड हुआ है 194 MNOPQ. But for you students also few importance. अब जैसे NRI है, इंडिया में आ रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं, ऐसे कुछ जो है वो that you have to remember. ठीक है? So 9th question, you check all the questions. Contract caterers से related questions 9, 10th, 11th, all we have done. Only thing left out in this chapter is the procedural part. TDS certificate will be given in form 16 and 16B, and due date of filing the return and due date of payment of tax. Right. What is TAN? ये कल करेंगे. We will do this tomorrow. Did you all follow the example? Anyone in the class feels you want more example for 194M? 50 lakh के ऊपर payment. 194M cash withdrawal above 10 lakhs. 194O e-commerce separator, all payment. Only leave small ones, so 5 lakhs से छोटे वाले. 194Q buyers turnover exceeding 10 crores last year. 206C 1H sellers turnover exceeding 10 crores in the last year. And the last one क्या देखा था? 194P specified senior citizen whose return is going to be filed. है ना? So we have seen, and I have given you all the examples also. More examples if you want to practice for TDS, TCS, what we have done, let me know. Tomorrow I need the first half of the class to cover up this procedural part. Very quickly I will do, and then we will take up the TCS, tax collected at source. Only thing I did not cover in today's class was 194Q 206 1H का comparative, which is very easy, or guidelines. Like when as a buyer I'm making the payment and I'm charging 194Q, तो seller को जो मैं payment कर रही हूँ ना उस पे GST पे नहीं लगेगा. Something very basic and asked. 1 second, very very important. ये ना यहाँ पे आप कहीं अगर जगह है तो लिख लीजिए. Purchases is 60 lakhs plus GST 6 lakhs, 66 lakhs. So 194Q applicable at the rate of 0.1% on 60 lakhs. समझ में आया? If I have purchased, I will deduct the TDS, but not on the GST part. GST तो I'm paying you, you are paying to government. So simple. So like that, some points are there. Check it, and tomorrow we in 4th class में ये सब खत्म हो जाएगा आपका TDS and TCS. Then we'll go to a simple topic, advanced tax के साथ interest. Anyone is having any doubt in section 115B AC alternative tax regime? दो प्रॉब्लम्स भी हमने सॉल्व किए थे कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ. With that, similar to like that is AMT. उसमें से ऑब्जेक्टिव ही आते हैं. AMT problems are not there now, they are there in final. Right. So any doubts you have as I begin the class, you all are giving in chat box and I'm clearing. That's all for today's class. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow. Read the flowchart at home. बहुत जरूरी है ये जो flowchart ड्रॉ किए हैं इसको आप पढ़ो घर में. ठीक है? Right. Thank you.